a long time since we heard some hollering, music coming from that side of the stadium. I mean, in terms of you won.
Yeah.
And the locker room is happy. That's what I was trying to get out.
Well, we had discussed it. We brought it out in the open about our home form because obviously there was a lot of reporting on our home form. So I figured I'd just get it out there, Maz. And we addressed it. And I think you guys will see on the, our video, our whatever, PR guys do a good job of putting things out, pushing things out. But every game for this club is important, whether it's home, away, Leagues Cup, regular season, preseason, Open Cup. Every game matters to us. And that's just the message I reinforced because, look, MLS is weird. It's hard. It's, there's things that we don't control. And so for us to have a blip, for us to have a little bit of a dip in form at home, I don't have the answers. But what I do know is that group of players in there is committed for every single game. And as long as they commit for every single game and every single competition, look, we have to be okay with the results sometimes. They're not always going to go our way. That's pro sports. But I was very proud of them to figure out a way how to close that game out because, Minnesota put us under pressure in the second half. They put us under a lot of pressure in the second half. So kudos to them.
Go ahead, in the back.
Primero felicitarlo por el triunfo de hoy y preguntarle para el partido del día martes qué cambios ha programado hacer para este partido contra el Santos Laguna.
From Peru, Lima. First of all, congratulations for the win. For the Tuesday match, what changes you're planning for the match against Santos?
Well, I'm not planning on making many changes. I'm just going to see who is available, see who recovers, and again, because I just said that every game is important, we are going to try and win that game. That is an important game for the club. Santos Laguna is already here in Seattle. They flew after their game in Tijuana. They're already here. They're taking it very seriously. And we are taking this game very seriously. I know Adrian and the owner of Santos are good friends. But believe me, we are going to be ready for Tuesday. Gracias. Para tu pregunta.
No estoy planeando necesariamente hacer ningún cambio. Voy solamente a observar quién se queda disponible y así sí tomar la decisión. Seguramente vamos a intentar ganar. Tomamos este partido como muy importante para nosotros. Y lo mismo con Santos. Santos también está tomando esto como muy importante. Incluso ya están por acá. Vinieron directamente después del partido con Tijuana. Yo lo sé que Adrian y el dueño de Santos son amigos. Pero sepas que vamos a tomar esto con grande importancia y vamos a estar listos para este partido. Gracias.
Quisiera hacerle llegar un presente a nombre de los peruanos y de los seguidores de Raúl Díaz para el entrenador.
He has a gift for Raul?
I'll grab it for him after.
Okay.
I'll grab it from after. Yeah. No problem.
Gracias.
It's a gift for him.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said gift for Raul. Okay.
For you,
Okay.
from the Peruvians and the Peruvian.
Okay, thank you.
Jeremiah, go ahead. Keep this moving.
Obviously, Steph makes a long way to return. What did you think of his performance? And what does that do for the team to have that?
He didn't have to make any real hard saves. I don't know. I mean, I think there was a couple of saves that he made here or there. Some of his distribution. It's just a matter of getting used to the team again, Jeremiah. I think he was good. I would say he's good. Steph's level is way up here. This is his level. He was good, right? So with a couple more games, he's going to be very good. And it was a big emotional boost for the team prior to the game. And now I can have the narrative written by you guys that we had a shutout on his return, and that's a pretty good narrative as well.
think we'll go to Zoom next. Kelly, anybody joining us remotely that has a question?
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Coach. Good to see you. We're going to start with Jada Evans over here.
Two-parter here. You had mentioned that you did go ahead and put it out there as far as the team in the home form. Can you share like what that's like, or what that conversation was, how you approached that? And then with Steph, could you tell that any difference in the way that your team performed because he was back there in goal?
Let me answer the second one because that's easier. No, I think the team plays the same. I mean, Stephen Cleveland did a good job. Spencer Ritchie did a great job in the state of Texas. I think the team is the same, Jada. It gives them a little bit of an emotional boost, but as far as their actual play, their tactical play, I think goalkeeping is such an important position. We are blessed with 3 really good goalkeepers. So from a tactical standpoint, I think the team plays the same. It's just that little bit of emotional lift getting one of your co-captains back on the field. So that's the easier one. And I apologize. The first one was what I said to them. I'll keep that in-house, Jada, but I think I kind of alluded to it. I mean, we just address problems. If you don't address issues that come up, you can't solve them. If you try and shove them under the rug or, push them out of the way, then you're not learning, you're not growing as an individual or as a group, as a team, or as an organization. You need to address problems head on to try and correct them. That's what I would say.
Okay, next we've got Felipe Makeda.
Coach Schmetzer, today there were 2 guys from the old Sounders or the first Sounders, one in each team, and then you had a moment with Ozzie. What comes to your mind when you saw Fredy Montero and Ozzie playing in the same field with different shirts, but you shared with them the beginning of this Sounder?
That's always a good story. I mean, Fredy and Ozzie Fredy is still such a good player for our club. Ozzie was such an incredibly important player for the club. I mean, it's a good story. It's a great story, Felipe. I love Ozzie. I love Fredy. I think they've been very good for our franchise. So I'm always happy to see, my friends, my former players, my current players. It always makes me happy.
All right, we have another question from Jada.
Thanks. Brian, with Santos, or with the rotation today, was it a matter of the time that the Rodans could play that they came off the bench, or was that strategy as far as having the game on Tuesday?
That was just they've had, travel and minutes and stuff like that. I elected not to start Christian. I mean, he could have started Jada, but Nico Benezet, I think you guys saw his quality today. He had a very good week of training, 10 days of training, so I thought he earned a little bit of a chance to start and show us what he could do. And then, look, Alex, at the end of the game, I could have done some other things, but I needed to, block crosses. I thought Kellen did a good job at right back. That was just one that, for me, was just, Alex had played heavy minutes, but, he's an experienced player. And so I just needed to close out the game because, again, I'll say credit to Adrian Heath and his team. I mean, it wasn't an easy game the last 10 minutes. Fernando Adi came on, one of our nemesis from years ago at Portland, came on and actually caused us some problems. So it was hard to close out that game.
All right, I think we're back to follow-ups here in the room. Jeremiah, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, Gianpaolo's goal, you guys had struggled, especially in first halves this year at home.
Yeah.
How big of a boost was that, or maybe just like a weight?
It's always good to score early, Jeremiah. Again, the quality of his goal. I mean, okay, that one wasn't the golazo like the first goal against Minnesota the opening day of the season. Okay, that wasn't it. But the construction of that goal, I got to look at it on the panoramic feed. I just saw the replay of just the TV feed, but that was pretty good. I mean, that was a pretty good team goal, and João Paulo just happened to finish it off. So again, kudos to him, but João Paulo has been tremendous for us. He's been a terrific signing, and you know, again, I was talking to people back in the locker room there. I mean, you know, Chris Henderson gets a lot of credit there. He vouched for JP's character, and that's been a massive signing for the club. That was Chris.
Masvida.
Yeah, going back to the end of the game, how were you able to close out a game? You didn't play out your best. Adrian made some adjustments, and somehow you found a way to win.
Well, Fredy Montero gave us possession.
Right.
Christian gave us power and strength. You know, Brad gave us some speed. It threatened them a little bit, put them back on their heels. Who else? You know, I thought all of the subs that came on, Alex, okay, they did their job. I mean, everybody did their job tonight, Maz. I thought that was a team performance. Look, it wasn't our best performance, but the whole group worked. The whole group worked during this 12-day stretch. And, you know, we got 3 points and a clean sheet.
How important is that going forward? I mean, everyone's important. but
Huge,
just as you go to the last
huge,
quarter.
huge. It's massive. Every point from here on out is going to be massive. I mean, good result for us today, Colorado, LA, right? Every single point is going to be massive.
Yep. Go ahead.
Raul Rodriguez had international duties. Was he able to make it back in time?
No, him and Javi were never going to make it back in time. I couldn't, after a long day of travel, there's no way I could have, you know, put them on the bench. I mean, it's just, they're landing at, I think it was 11:58 or something this morning. So there's no chance I was going to put them on the bench.
Will they be ready to go on Tuesday?
For sure. Oh, for sure.